All right, hello, all you night readers. How is everyone tonight? I hope you are all doing well. I am doing well. Things are good here at the Night Reader House. All right, let's see what our theme of the evening is. Yes, our theme of the evening will be, let's see, let's get you guys in here before we turn it over, right? The theme. Oh, get the light on too. There you go. Much better. Makes a world of difference. The theme is being sly. Sly like a fox, right? It's time to be a little sly. So, yeah, something to think about. Something to think about. Hello, Mary. Hello, Lisa. And Anya, happily ever after, MPT. It's good to see you all. So our theme for the next 24 hours is being sly. Oh, yeah. Can you get into that one? Hey, Yvonne. Can you guys get into that? Being a little sly, being a little sneaky, being a little... Something to think about, right? I am doing well. I'm doing well. So, how are you guys doing? Everybody's all right? I hope. All right, let's see what we got here for you, Lisa. I'm sorry, there's been a moment of silence there, huh? I took a moment of silence. I don't know why. That was my 30-second vow of silence. Maybe that was a moment of silence to commemorate my grandmother's birthday today. She would have been 95. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I used to love just talking to her and listening to the stories of when she was growing up and stuff. That was always the best part. Talking about all the, all the different things she saw. She was just a young kid during the Depression. She was only 4. But she remembers stuff from then, I'll tell you. She did. She really remembered stuff. All right, so a general reading. I think things are going a bit better for you, Lisa. I think things are going better for you, and I think again you're getting more and more family support for your decisions, for the things you're thinking about and the things you're doing. I see where you've got something coming up. Something's coming up in life there that seems to be very exciting, right? Very worth celebrating. Something worth celebrating. Something worth having a party about. Whether it's a birthday or an anniversary or something like that. It's definitely coming up probably in the next 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks, I would say. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The King of Swords is telling me that the person you're celebrating is someone who is very reasonable, someone who's very logical. They have they're very smart. They're a smart person. They are, they are the same all the time. They're not, there's no difference in them. If they say something, it's that way every single time. If they do something, it's always that way, right? Consistency. So I really do see that. So I think that's who you're celebrating. I think that's who the celebration could be for. Could be a man or a woman. Doesn't make any difference here. So the Nine of Cups into the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Cups is telling me that, you're really happy with what you have. The things you have are making you happy. And that's important, right? Because you're looking to be, you're looking to have things good. Wrong thing. You're looking to have good things, right? Good times, things to get better, things to be happy. And you're happy with it. You are getting happier with what you have. But still, there's things that really bother you. There's still some things here that bother you. And when it bothers you, of course, then it gets to be a bit, unnerving. It makes you very unable to sleep, right? It gives you that whole unable to sleep feel. You can, that's really what this card shows, a lot of sleeplessness, right? But there's also, anxiety, but it can show that your mind is just a bit overactive at times. And that's, that's just basically because, there were a lot of things that were going on. And now you've kind of, now you're trying to get past them, and you are getting past them. Things are moving. Things are getting better. So that's what I see for you, Elise. I hope that was pretty okay. Pretty okay. So Mary, I'm good. Anya, good evening. Happily ever after. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to you all. Anya says, will I be made redundant from my current job? Hope not. Hey, Sailor Moon, welcome. Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Hey, CM, welcome. Rachel Farrell, Yvonne Farrell, Nicola, or Nicola. That's what I like to call you. Nikki. Glenda, hey, Glenda. It's good to see you. I saw you a couple nights ago, and I did not get to do your reading because we ran out of time, but you're nice and early tonight, so we'll definitely get to. Selena, I'm glad you're here. I have not read exactly what you wrote yet, but I will tell you, I know you weren't here last night, but the night before when I did your reading, and then I did one for TJ, which was also quite sad. It was very, I'll tell you, I was very emotional from both of them. So I have not read your question yet, but I will, and I'll absolutely get to it tonight. I just have to gear myself up for it. Hey TJ, welcome. I was just talking about you. I'm sure you heard me. Only in a good way, of course. Only in a good way. Always. This is a family of friends here, and this is an absolute no judgment zone. So we don't judge people. Nobody judges anybody else in here. And if they do, well, you know what? Out they go. Because I don't go for that. So here's what I see for you, Anya. Will you be redundant? All right. I think you are going to be looking for a new future. I think you're gonna need to find, or at least be searching for something new. You can kind of see that pretty clear here. She's searching for something. She's not sure what, she's not sure where, but looking to the future, looking to the, looking for a choice to make, Kind of twos a lot of times are choice type things, or two things together, obviously because they're twos. But the Two of Swords is choices, right? This Two of Wands can also be choices, or choosing your own happiness, choosing something that makes you happy. And I think that's what you're going to have to do. I think you're going to have to be strong, right? But not a physical strong, but excuse me, a mental strong. Hold on. A mental strong, right? A gentle strength. That's what I call it. A gentle strength, right? You can see where she's, part lion and part woman, but she's also got the lamb, right? The lion and the lamb. And it's a very gentle strength that you would have. And that's not easy to do, right? So the Hierophant says, think about the things you believe in. Say a little prayer for things. Ask for some protection for your job. And get some good advice from people who are around you. It doesn't mean looking to the future is a bad thing. It doesn't mean that it's definitely, you're going to be, redundant at your job. But it's just something to, you should always look towards your future, right? I would say a little prayer that your job, things will go okay with the job. I think with the Ace of Cups, there will be some new emotions coming, right? Something new that you will love is coming. And again, that could be a new job. That could definitely be a new job, but it would be, if it's a new job, it'd be something that you are extremely excited about. You would end up getting a new job that you really like. Something you really enjoy, right? The Queen of Pentacles tells me that if you were to lose that job, you could work on a budget for a while if there was not much money coming in at the time. You would be really good at working on a budget and rationing things out so that they would last longer for you. And I really think that I think that kind of goes along with your casual, relaxed kind of demeanor. So I can't tell. I'm really not seeing one way or another if it's going, if you're going to still be there or not be there. The next card I turned over was the Devil. That is leading me to believe that, things would be out of balance. And, there would be that. It would be almost a betrayal. But losing the job would feel like you were being betrayed, right? So I'm thinking, maybe. I think there's a better chance, better than 50% chance that, they are going to cut you as part of that 500 people. So, I don't like to give a bad reading like that. I don't like to give bad news or anything. Of course, nobody does. Nobody likes to give or receive bad news, but I think that if that does become the case, I think the job that you end up finding will be something that even makes you happier. So keep that in mind. At least that could be something on the plus side, right, Anya? Definitely could be something on the plus side. So all right. Yvonne wants just a general reading. Yvonne, I am working hard on learning this Lenormand stuff. I know. We tried last night. It was a big flop. I flopped. It was not so good. But I only had 2 hours yesterday, so we'll give it another chance. There's Temperance. Temperance has brought its lovely head in to our show tonight, and like it always does. So we'll see. Let's see what we get here. Temperance is saying be patient. Things that are going on right now are going to take some patience. It's going to take some understanding, and you are really going to have to hold yourself back. You got to hold back a little bit, right? Not go forward as quickly as you'd like to. Not attack. If it's something you would like to attack about, don't do it so quickly. Just think about it for a little bit. Have that patience. Don't have that feeling of being tied down. Don't have that feeling of being stuck. You're not stuck anywhere at any time, because here you are, right? You're the beautiful woman on the outside, not the stuck woman on the inside. This is just how you're perceiving yourself. It's only the mirror. If you did not look in the mirror, people would see you as the beautiful woman on the outside. So, something to think about, right? The Page of Cups is telling me that you're very sincere, right? And yesterday, I think you got the King of Cups yesterday, that went along with being very compassionate and very, caring about other people and very tolerant. And today you're getting, very sincere, very devoted, very warm in the Page of Cups. Maybe yesterday you did get the page. As I'm thinking about it, I'd have to look, but it was one of the two. And either way, they kind of go hand in hand with the ideas that that I'm coming up for you with those two cards. So either way, you can see what type of person you are, right? Very sincere, like I said, very devoted, very, very warm-hearted. Sensitive sometimes to the point of being oversensitive. Sometimes, right? The Three of Cups tells me that you are looking to have a good time with friends and family. Family members, close family members especially. A lot of times it's siblings. Although I know there's not quite enough of them in the picture. It still could mean siblings, and the other two are just behind the three of you. Since there's 5 of you. 5 of the Facebook Farrell sisters. All of the Facebook Farrell family. The Two of Cups says that your family and your significant other and you are just getting closer, right? Just getting closer all the time. That connection is stronger and stronger every day. You find that your soulmates, you find that soulmate feeling gets stronger all the time. You just feel like you go from 2 people into 1 person more and more all the time because you're so close to each other. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing to have that kind of feeling, right? So that's what I see for you, Yvonne. That's what I see going on. I feel like I am a bit on the long-winded side tonight. I gotta slow that down. I gotta fix that. I gotta talk a little faster. All right. Sailor Moon says, how can I move forward with my decisions? How can you move forward with your decisions? Let's see what we come up with. Sailor Moon. Let's see. Here we go. Wow. I just shuffled. You saw me do that. And you ended up with the 2 of Wands and Strength as well, just like Anya did. You got the 4 of Wands and Temperance. Temperance as well. We've had Temperance tonight. We've had the 4 of Wands tonight. We've had the 2 and the Strength. We've had them all. Everything except the Ace of Swords have all been out tonight. How can you move forward with your decisions? I think you need to take them a little lighter, be a little, don't be so serious about them. The decisions you have to make are probably not as serious as you think they are. So take them a little bit lighter. Things aren't as serious as you think they will be, and it'll be okay. Things will be all right if you do that. You'll feel better about the decisions. You do have decisions here with the Two of Wands, and again, it's all going to be based on your future. It's you looking out to figure out exactly where you want to go, right? What do you want to do and where do you want to go? And that's what it's based on. The Ace of Swords shows me that you will have that new idea, and it's going to be a very clear idea, and that's going to help you make the decisions. That's going to help you make that decision. You'll get a very clear idea of what you should do, and then you can make that. Then you can decide, right? Then you can decide from there exactly what you want to do. Temperance says, be patient though. Think about it. Think about the whole thing before this decision comes into your head. Before this idea and clear idea comes into your head, make sure you think about it. Make sure you take the time to think about it and think about your future. Be strong. Be very strong. If you're strong, if you have that strength, again, that gentle strength, the decision should be easy. It should be very easy because it's going to be opened up to you. You've already looked towards the future to find out what you think is going to work best for you. And with that strength, you will make the good choices. You'll make good choices. Okay, Sailor Moon, that's what I get for you. All right. So, Mary, it's good to see you. Good to see you. It was good to see you today at MBT show, and it was good to see you tonight at my show. It's always nice having people go to different shows, especially when we all support each other. That's the best part. That is the best part of this tarot community, right? So I definitely think it is. I really feel I felt extremely supported by people when I first started this whole thing, when I first started my channel and I first went live and everything. I really did. I had a lot of support from people, and now I enjoy paying it forward. I enjoy helping other people now. Here we are, 128 shows in. I've done 128 shows after tonight. This is the 128th. And things are great. Things are great. I love it. I have a great time doing this. All right, Mary. So, how does S see you? I'm afraid S has put you in the friend zone. He really has put you in the friend zone right there. Because the Three of Cups, right, is friends. I just talked about how it could be siblings and stuff, but I don't see it. I don't think he thinks of you as a sister. I don't think S thinks of you as a sister. I think S just thinks of you as a friend. And I think that's frustrating to you, right? That has made you extremely frustrated. I can talk, don't worry. I swear I know these words. But yeah, it's made you frustrated. It's kind of made you bored of things. Made you not feel so great. You can see that where this guy is really closed up. He's really closed himself off to everybody, right? He's had too much. It's just too much anymore. Here's Justice for us, right? I tell you, Justice and Temperance show up every single night. There's Justice. Justice is here to tell you that, even if S only thinks of you as friends, that is kind of where you should be with that person. That's really where you should be. That is where the balance comes in. And that's where the balance is at this point. It's with you being just friends with that person. Now, I know being just friends is not what you really, may not be what you really want, and that's going to make you a bit, it's going to make you feel sad. It's going to make you feel exhausted. It's going to take some mental exhaustion for you to go through. You're going to need a little reset, right? You're going to need some time to reset yourself. And I can understand that. But in the end, after everything is said and done, friends, if you stay friends or don't stay friends with S, you're going to be happy, right? You are going to have that safety and well-being. You're still going to have all of that because you've got all these great emotions. 10 cups full of water, and water is emotions, of course, right? So that's what I get. That's what I get for you. That's what I get for you, Mary. Now, you know what happens, Mary, is you go and you see different readers like me and MPT and stuff like that. And I always say all the time that if you put the same 5 cards, if I put the same 5 cards down and had 50 tarot readers come in here and give you a reading with those same 5 cards, you would get 50 different readings. You get 50 completely different readings. It's crazy. Hi, Tony. Saw you today too, this afternoon. It was great to see you. It's always good to see you guys. It's nice, like I said, I'm so happy that everybody comes each night and you guys keep coming back. And people feel safe here. That's what I've been told, at least. Let's go that far. I'll go that far to say people have told me they feel very safe when they come to this show. And that is the environment that we like to put forward and put out there, is safety and the whole idea of, you can talk about anything in here. And like I said, nobody's judging. Nobody is going to say things to you that are negative because that won't be allowed. I don't allow that in here. All right, well, let's see. What's coming for you and Shannon in love? Oh no. And I read the question real quick and then I put the cards out and I forgot what the question was because I didn't look back and then I see this. All right, so here's what I get. The High Priestess is saying again, patience, right? Just like temperance, patience, patience, patience. Be understanding with Shannon. Shannon is not doing well from a breakup or the breakup. Shannon is still not over the idea of the breakup, right? I think I told you, or I told, and it may not have been you. I told someone early this week, late last week, something like that. There's 3 hearts, right? There are 3 hearts. And one heart is the heart that you show people every single day when you just go out into the world, and that's the heart they see. Whatever you do, that's the heart they see. Then there's the heart, that is the heart that you show to your family, right? Your family, as in parents and siblings and children and all that. There's that section of that. There's that heart. And then the third heart is the heart you show to your significant other or the person you want to be your significant other. So somehow or another, Shannon's heart has been ripped into those 3 parts. And I think it has to do with a breakup that happened in the past. And I think it may have been a breakup that happened with you in the past, which is very strange to me. I think that's all. I think that's how it went. And that's where I kind of was going with that story. The Ace of Pentacles, though, shows me that you guys want to start over. You want to have that new beginning. You want to plant the seeds together so that the two of you can have a life together now. And having that life together now probably goes along with this not being you. Thinking back after, I can take it back. It's my prerogative, my show, right? I see where the two of you, want to put down roots, right? You want to put down roots. Does that make sense? So this breakup was probably not you. This was probably somebody else, but it was bad. It was bad for him. It was bad for Shannon because it really hurt. And that piece of heart, the one that's right there in the middle, that you show that your significant other is kind of torn out. It's trying to be sewn back in to get it back there. The Six of Wands does show me, though, that things will be successful for the two of you. I see success. I see support, right? There's always support with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands shows success and triumph, right? But you have to look beyond. You have to look beyond the main figure in the Six of Wands, no matter what. The Six of Wands always has a very main figure in it, and that main figure is the person that everybody looks at, and they're always, very victorious, and they're successful, and they're the ones who get all the attention. But the most important part to me of the Six of Wands is the people in the background, right? Look, there's the six of rods, Six of Wands, same card in the Anna Kay. There he is. He's the most prominent person, right? He's the one. He's holding the flag. He's doing it all. But look at all the people in the background. That is the most important part to me. Look at all this in the background. They're all hands. I know you can't really see them. They're difficult to see because they're in white. But if you look, they're all hands. And to me, I think you have a lot of support for the two of you. I think there really is a lot of people who are pulling for you. And the Queen of Pentacles is just telling me, again, that you guys, right now, things are kind of informal, right? The relationship is not, it's kind of relaxed. It's not really, you haven't kind of said, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, or we're a tight couple or anything like that. You haven't got that far quite yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. So that's what I see. That's what I see for you and Shannon, Tony. That's my reading. I know. Again, a little long-winded, but I thought it needed an explanation. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I just thought so. So, Vic, what's up? How are you? It's good to see you again. I know it's very, very late. Very, very late where you are. I know you are in Africa, correct? But I just don't remember exactly where, and I know you told me once. And apparently once was not enough this time. Usually I remember, but sometimes I have a lot on my mind and I don't remember everything. But I believe that's what I know. I believe it was somewhere in Africa, and I don't know, maybe Kenya area, but I can't remember. I can't really remember. All right, so what's coming towards you in the next month in finances? Well, not bad. I think things are going to move quickly, right? Things are going to move very fast for you. That's for sure. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, because I think the month is going to go quick. It's going to just go really fast. August is going to be a quick moving month, because then there's a lot of things that happen in September, right? Lots of things happen in September, so August is just going to fly by. Again, you're going to need to have some strength. There's always You're always going to need that, especially since you're asking about a financial question, about money and stuff like that. Well, yeah, you're going to need strength when it comes to money, because everybody needs a little bit of strength when it comes to money. Trust me. But I think that, you're going to feel like you are saved from the stresses of money problems for the month of August. I really do. I think you're going to be able to move away from that, right? You're going to be able to move away from financial issues. I think you'll feel like you're safe. You'll be safe by, for the month. And I can see that in the movement, right? She's moving away from something that would be unsafe. She's moving towards something much safer ground here. She's getting ready to get off the boat because it looks like it's coming ashore. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles, which is what the Ace of Pentacles grows up to be. The Ace of Pentacles grows up to be the Seven of Pentacles. You remember the Ace? We just had it not long ago, right? It's the big coin in the middle, and then it's got the little bitty roots. Well, now you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and it's growing out the top, right? It's growing a little plant here, and it's got huge roots. And those roots all have the money to them. They all have pentacles around them. So I think, okay, money does not grow on trees, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. So this is not the money tree. However, I do think you'll be okay for the month of August in finances. All right. Thanks, Vic. I appreciate your question, and I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I know it's really late at night for you. Really late. Glenda. It's good to see you. Glenda, one of the 5 Farrell sisters. How do you pronounce your name? Nicola, Nikki, Nick. How do you pronounce your name? Kind of spell it out for me like I should pronounce it. I hate calling you 16 different things and not knowing which one of them is actually right, because that drives me crazy. Because I know you're part of the Farrell family, the Facebook Farrell family as well. Your sister, the 5th sister that I've met. So it's Yvonne and Glenda and you and Yvonne and Lisa. My 5 Farrell sisters of Facebook. And then I have Rachel, cousin Rachel. And we have TJ. And we have Alan. And we have Chloe, which is Yvonne's daughter. Her younger daughter. I don't know her older daughter, so. All right, Glenda, here's what I get for you. It's very interesting. This is interesting, Glenda. And all right, I have to preface this with, all my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Don't ever make decisions based on some crazy guy on Facebook or YouTube doing just reading cards, right? Don't make life choices based on cards, because that would not be good. So here's my reading. Unfortunately, I don't think it's the greatest reading that I've seen. And I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time. I truly believe that you are being very... I feel like there is deceit and sneakiness going on. Something going on behind somebody's back that you are close to. I think you have something going on behind somebody's back that you're very close to. Now, the Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor, right? That is Prince Charming. And I see this as 2 completely different ways. I think the person that you are doing something to is the person who you are closest to. I'm trying to think of the best ways to put this. I think I think you're hurting somebody extremely close to you. All right, that's the best way I can think of it. And I think you're hurting them by being with somebody else that you think is close to you, that you want to be close to you. Does that make sense? I think there's a lot of hard work involved in keeping a secret. I think there's a lot of hard work involved in secrets, right? The high priestess does show secrets. She is very secretive. She shows wisdom, but she's very much into dreams and meditation and intuition, right? Feeling that gut feeling. And that's hard work to get all that. Basically, I think there's somebody else in your life, though, that probably shouldn't be in your life. That's where I'm at with this. I think you kind of know it. I think you kind of feel it. I think you have that intuition. And I think you are just tempted by many different things and not exactly sure which way to go. If you don't know which way to go, then the best choice is always to go back to the beginning. Right? That's usually what I find to be the truth. And that's usually what I find to be a good philosophy in life. If you're tempted by a lot of different things and you don't know what to do, go back to your roots. Go back to what you know, what was best in the beginning. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can see. I'm sorry. Glenda, I'm sorry. I don't want to sit there and say something bad about you or anything like that, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel bad against you. I just am reading what the cards are telling me. And that's not, it's not against anything or anyone ever. That's for sure. All right. I'm going with Nicky. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with Nicky. That's your new nickname, whether it was or wasn't. Whether it is or isn't, that's what I'm going with. That is what I'm going with. All right. Hey, Mina, how are you? Mary Mitchell, it's nice to see you. And Lash Boss. Hey, Kayla. I was not sure if you were going to make it. Freedom, it's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. It is good to see you. Oh my gosh. I just got cards everywhere, don't I? Did you just see that? I hope not, because it was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible shuffling. I'm waiting for a very bad thunderstorm to start here any minute, by the way, just in case you hear thunder, or in case I get up and run away because lightning has scared the daylights out of me. Not that I'm afraid of lightning, of course. So, all right. Here's what I get for you. My other famous Facebook family sister. All right. So I have temperance with you as well. And I think one of your other sisters got that card earlier. Maybe Yvonne. I think that it's, as a matter of fact, I know it was Yvonne, because I told her she has to hold herself back a little bit. She has to restrain herself. If she wanted to attack, she needed to restrain. I remember now. So I'm not going to tell you to restrain yourself, but I am going to tell you do have to have patience. That's always a big deal to go along with temperance, right? Patience. You'll find a purpose if you're patient. You'll get peace of mind, especially from something bad happening, if you're patient. So keep that in mind. I think something bad has happened around you. I don't think it's you. I don't think it's to you directly. I just think it's something around you that, again, something is hurting. There's been loss. Somebody is moving away from the other people, the other people in your family, I guess. Someone's moving away. Somebody's had enough and they're kind of walking away. And it's just, it's hurting. It's hurting. That hurts people. It makes people feel like they're losing someone or something, right? I think it has to do with somebody's love life. I don't see this as your love life. I see this as the loss of a love life. A love life lost. That's what I get from it. I think you're struggling with this. I think this is an internal struggle that you have, and it's not a good feeling, right? And you want good feelings. You're a very smart person. I'm just going to come right out and say that. You are very smart. I think you are also, I think you care about people. I think you're sensitive. I think you are sometimes a bit touchy. You can be a little touchy. Like, if it's a bad day, don't bother with you kind of deal. But normally I feel like you're a very compassionate kind of person. You take other people's feelings into consideration, and and that's why you're struggling with this, with this especially, the loss of a love life. A love life lost. I think you're really struggling with it because of the way you are, because you really care about everybody. You care about everyone that's near you. So that's what I see for you. All right? Yeah, that's what I see. Nicky A, what's up? You'd like to know today if your boyfriend is... Oh, see, now that seed was planted in your head yesterday, wasn't it? Nicky. Let's see. Is he planning on asking you to marry him before the end of the year? Or before the year ends, whichever comes first. CM, I hope you had a good time last night. You said you had company coming over. I hope that was good. I hope it was nice. I hope you had a good time. I honestly believe things are really, really doing well for you and really looking up for you. I really do. I hope you see that. I hope you see it, because I think it's important for you to see, because it's really good. All right. So, is he going to ask you to marry him? Wow. Ay, ay, ay. I get such mixed messages here. Don't you? I see success, right? I see success. And again, I see all the backing support. I see all that support in the background. And I think that's great. I think that's what you need. I think that's what you want, right? Don't overlook the support. That's important. Again, I think you're going to have a new idea is coming in. I think it's going to be very new, and I think it's going to be extremely clear on what you have to do or not do. Now, do you feel tied down to your boyfriend? Do you feel tied down to him? Or do you feel like you have all the free will that you want? That's something you need to think about. Now, I'm skipping cards, and that's okay. I think you're a bit scared. I think you're scared A lot of times I explain this as insecure. Sometimes, a lot of times I explain it as left out, right? Left out or left out in the cold. Insecure. Those are things I use a lot of times with this card, the 5 of Pentacles. But I'm going to tell you, I think you're a bit scared. I think you're a bit nervous because we had talked about him having some kind of a hidden thing going on that you don't know about, like a hidden agenda kind of deal. And we didn't know if it was good and we didn't know if it was bad. And now last night you kind of were thinking on the bad side. Now you're thinking on the wonderful side. Because we had that talk about surprises could be good or bad, right? Of course. But I think you're a little nervous, a little scared about, is it going to be good or bad? And honestly, my honest feeling is I think it's going to be good. I think you can see that here, that all the emotions will be flowing when you two see each other again. And I think it's going to be a good surprise. I think it's going to be that good surprise. Is it going to be to marry him? We kind of looked at that last night a little bit. I kind of hinted around that might be the case, right? And I'm still kind of hinting around to it. I can't be 100% positive. But I would say I think it's a better than 50% chance. What do you think? What do you think, Nikki? I think that's pretty okay. I think it's pretty true. I really do think that's pretty true. Yeah, see, mixed messages for sure. All right, there you go. I thought I hit it right on the head in there. I'm looking at the bottom of the chat now, and I see your messages, and yep, that's just what I thought. Just what I thought. Thank you, Yvonne. All right, I'm doing a reading for someone here. Who am I doing? Oh, Rachel. Cousin Rachel. Cousin Rachel's getting a reading. Selena, I have you next, and I still have not read your question yet because I really want to read it with attention. I want to really read it with a lot of attention because I know the stuff that's been going on, and I want to make sure that it gets the attention that it deserves. Not that everybody's question does not deserve attention. Let me just put that out there. Everybody's questions deserve attention. I just know that Selena has been going through. There's been a lot of things going through, and a lot of different things with sadness and the sickness and bad health for very close family members. So and we had a very emotional reading the other night, and that's why I want to make sure that I take a look at things closely. I'm hoping you guys can understand, because if you guys were going through that same kind of thing, I would take the same painstaking time to make sure I got everything correct for you too. Rachel, I see hope. I see hope. The star, that's the first word that comes to mind every single time I see the star. Hope, 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 hope. Love it. I love the star. It just means there's that prospect, that whole idea of healing something. Right? Things can get better. Things can heal. If you're going through something bad or sad, things can heal. They can get better. Don't worry about that. There is peace. There is the whole idea of becoming whole again, right? Feel inspired by the star. Feel inspired by the star. Sad things have happened. I do see sadness because I have the moon, and the moon it can be sad. It can be things, it can be fears. It can be fears in your life. It could be facing fears, right? I have a lot of nighttime here, right? Between the star and the moon and the Two of Swords, it's nighttime. You also have the moon here. You know, it's just, all it is this is the close-up and this is the far away shot of the moon. And so, yeah, it's sadness. And it can be mystery, right? It can be some kind of a mystery, something you need to solve that you're not sure of. But you have to solve it, right? So when you have to solve it and the problem comes up, you're going to have to make a decision. How are you going to solve it? Only you know the answer to that question. Only you know the answer. And I'm going to tell you, once you make the decision, because you have to make a decision to get forward. You can't move forward without going out of this room, right? In this card, you can't go forward because that's the edge of the card. And you can't go forward. The only way out is through this door out of the room. And there's 2 swords. So you have to take a sword out. And that makes a decision. So when you make the decision, it's going to be the right decision because you made it. So whatever decision you make will be the right one. Think of that. Whatever's happening in your life right now is going extremely slow. You're being very cautious. You're being very tentative. You're kind of moving at a very slow pace to make sure that everything you're doing is okay. You know, that you're not stepping on really thin ice kind of thing, right? If you're out there on a lake and you thought it was frozen and you just ran out and you fell in, well, that would be bad. So you take each step very, very cautiously. Boom, 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 right? That's how it goes. And right now, I think part of that caution, I think part of that slow movement is because you're not exactly sure where you should go, which direction you should head. What do you want to do and where do you want to go to do it? Okay? So that's what I see for you, Rachel. That is what I see. I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you. All right, Selena, I'm at you. I've been going through a lot, as you know. Yes, absolutely. I just talked about it. Today, you would like to know what the next week looks like for you in a relationship. All right, that sounds okay. It's not so sad. You know, I'm hoping, I know things are not getting better for your aunt, but I hope she is being taken care of, and I hope she is not in pain. I hope your mother is getting better. I hope your mom is recovering well, and you know, your dad's there, so I know that I guarantee he's taking care of her the best that he can. So, and like I said, like I told you the other night, I know that your aunt, no matter what, knows that if your mom could be there, she would be there for her. But that she's recovering from surgery makes it extremely difficult. Although your dad's trying. Your dad is trying. That's for sure. So, but let's talk about your relationship, because that's going to be fun. This is going to be better. Sort of. No, it's going to be better. Although I think it does talk a bit about the other things too. I think right now, there is someone in your life that is extremely responsible, right? They're showing you stability, they're showing you structure, and they're kind of holding you up. I really think that. I think not holding you up like, oh, this is a gun and you're being held up, or, you know, they're holding you back. I'm not saying they're holding you back. I think they're propping you up. I think you feel like you are, you know, you need somebody to lean on, and this is somebody that you can lean on, right? You can lay your burdens on this person. This person wants you to give them some of your baggage so that they can help you. They want you to be able to move forward and be okay. I think it's somebody that you know that you can count on, right? They're very capable. They're very tough. It's a very tough person. And I think that's why they want to take on your burdens. I think that's kind of why they want to do it. The Page of Cups, again, is telling me you're sincere. You're extremely sincere. You're very warm. Things are going on. We know things are going on that are horrible right now. Things are going on that are very difficult for you, but you're still very, you still have that warm heart. And everybody sees it. Everybody knows it. And you know what? There's going to be a celebration coming. This looks great for you in love, because I think this person is the person you're in love with or going to be in love with. And I think they're going to help you with all of the issues that are going on. I think they want to help you with all those issues. I think that's how this 4-card part of the reading goes. I think the ending is a little different. I think the ending is telling me about a celebration of life, of someone's life, right? I think that celebration, will be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. And I think that's going to be extremely important. But I think there's going to be somebody you can lean on. Somebody you can put your faith into. Somebody who's going to be strong and protect you. Kind of stand in front of things so that things aren't so bad. Kind of take the bullet for you a little bit. So that's what I have. That's what I see for you, Selena. Okay? Relationship wise, I think it's going to be okay. I think there's going to be, and I think it's going to be helpful. I think it's going to help you as much as you want it to. All right. Has E reconciled with Y since we argued yesterday? E and you argued with E and Y? Oh, those are the two worst letters to argue with. There you go, Selena. I'm reading. I just got to the bottom. I'm reading your comments, and I see they are both holding on to each other. Your parents, absolutely. And your boyfriend is that person holding you up and giving you strength. There you go. Hey, Fairy Wren, you snuck in. I never saw you. I didn't see you. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Yep, Selena, I believe that. I truly believe that that's exactly what the person I was kind of going with. That was the whole idea behind the reading, was to let you know that he is being very strong for you. And that's just going to continue, and it's only going to get better that way. Now, Lash Boss, you argued with E and Y, the two worst letters of them all. That's not good. Not good. All right. I think you were optimistic before the argument. I think there was some optimism about E and Y getting back together before you argued. Beforehand. And then I think one of them decided, you know what? I'm going to look for a different letter. There's 24 other letters out there, and I think I might be able to find one. If I fish long enough, I might find one of the other 24 letters. However, they didn't. They realized that might be a bit unrealistic. That might be a little immature to do, right? Not immature that they're young wise or anything like that, but immature like it was too premature would be the word, I guess. Premature, that's what I'm looking. That would have been a premature thing to do. So they didn't. And so we have E and Y getting back together, even though there was an argument. Even though there was the argument. And I think that's because there is that passion and energy between the two of them. And again, I think one of them is very much they very much want to do things instead of just show or tell. Not show and tell. It's not kindergarten, but they want to show they don't want to show people things. I mean, they don't want to tell people things. They want to show them. They want to show them by doing things. And I think that's why I think that's how come, because I can't say why, because that's the letter. I think that's how come E and Y did reconcile. How about that? For a little bit of a consonant and vowel reading. Yeah. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We've got 7 o'clock, eh? 7 o'clock. Time to rock and roll out of here. Lizelle, I will do you as the last reading. All right, how about that? How about that? All right, so this is my last reading. This is my last reading of the night. Don't forget, if you did not get your reading done tonight, come back tomorrow night. I'll be here again, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern time. I look forward to seeing you all. The other option, of course, is always, if you get here late and you definitely want your reading done, donations take priority. So you can donate and guarantee yourself a reading. You can do that. All right. Well, now I've lied, because Lizelle, you were my last reading until I just read one more question, and I'm going to have to do one more. So, Kim Alexis from South Africa, I will do you as the last reading. I read your question, and it kind of concerned me. So, give me a minute, or, well, give me a few minutes, because I have to do Lizelle's reading first. I do have to do it first, because I told her I would. So, can I ask, what is A thinking about me right now? Now, is A related to E and Y? Because they're all vowels. You know, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Sometimes Y is a vowel. Not always. Well, there's justice. I should have known. What is A thinking about you right now? I think A is at a point where they are debating whether things are good or not so good. And I think they're thinking about it, right? I think they're thinking about it. They're kind of weighing their options, right? They're weighing the options. Are things good, or are things not as good as they look? And I think they're figuring out that things are great. Things are happy. They need to be in that sunlight. They need to be in the happiness. I think their whole idea about debating good or bad was the wrong way to look at things. It was completely the wrong way of looking at things. You know, I think A has a very fragile ego. You know, I think they're a bit unpredictable. I think they're motivated, but they're sometimes a bit reckless, right? And I think that's kind of why they were questioning themselves in the beginning. I think that's all part of it. I think that was part of the questioning. So yeah, I think they were not sure if, you know, you and A would be, or if A was wondering if you and them would be a good match. I think they're realizing that they were. I think they're also realizing that it was a stupid idea to even question it. But they questioned it because they do have a bit of that fragile ego and recklessness. And that makes them think things a little silly sometimes. Just, you know, they just aren't looking at things right. Not all the time. So I think you are at a point now where you're just looking for some advice on it, right? You just want the advice on, will things be okay? Will they work? Will you have a relationship with this person, right? And I think that's really something you're kind of trying to figure out. And, you know, obviously that would be the basis of your question, right? That would be the basis of your question. You know, if I take the next card, the Two of Pentacles, basically that would be the big ending. And that, I would say, is you have a lot on your plate right now. And if you don't prioritize, if you don't make room if you don't have room for the important stuff by getting rid of the things that are not important right now, then you are not going to have time for A. So make room for A by getting rid of junk that does not need to happen now. Things that you can push off to another time that are not important, do it. And this way it'll give you time with A, and I think you and A will be okay. Yeah, I know. All those letters, they just kill me. All right, this is my last reading, I promise. I just read this and it kind of bothered me. Hi, I'm Kim from South Africa. It's very late at night in South Africa. Why do I want to die? Why is my life falling apart? And this concerns me. This concerns me very much. Kim Alexis, let me tell you something, all right? Again, I'm only a guy on the internet reading cards, right? I read cards. That's what I do. I am telling you what I interpret the meanings to be. My readings are for entertainment purposes only, and I do not want you to ever make a decision based on somebody on the internet reading cards, whether it's me or anyone else that you ever see. Because you have your own free will. You have your own decisions that you can make, and things can change. And what a person interprets does not always mean that is the absolute truth. It's an interpretation. It is something. Yes, it's a something. My goodness, I got the best cards for you. It is an opinion, right? It's just the way I interpret the cards are just my opinion, and I want you to know that. Okay? But I got such great cards for you. Now, the first card tells me that there's a choice. There's something going on in your life right now that you have to decide. You have to pick a side, right? You got to pick a side because that's just the way it is. You have to know what's going to work for you. You have to know that. What's going to work for you. And whatever you decide is going to be right. It's going to be okay because it was your choice. It was a choice you made, and you can't make a wrong choice when it's your opinion, right? When it's your prerogative to choose, You can't make a wrong choice. So keep that in mind. Remember that. I think the Queen of Pentacles is basically telling me again that normally in life, you are somebody who is very relaxed, right? You're normally very casual, kind of laid back, not not uptight at all. But right now you are. I have a lot of good cards, these next 3 cards. I just think that these is the reason that things are going so bad because of a relationship breakup. Can you tell me that much? Can you give me that? Because I really need to know. Because that's going to determine how I read these next 3 cards. Is it because of a relationship breakup, or is it because, you don't have a relationship and you want one desperately? That's going to change things. So, if you can type that to me really fast, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to move on and tell it to you how I get it. All right? I am going to tell you this. The star is hope. That's all there is to it, right? Like I said before, the first word that comes out of my mouth every time I see the star card is hope. Things, no matter how bad things are right now, they will get better. They will get better for you. There is absolutely that healing, right? There is that healing. Things will give you, the star will give you peace. The star will give you inspiration. You will be inspired. I think someone's coming into your life. I think they have come into your life. I think they've been in your life. And I think that's all part of the problem. I think you are madly in love with someone. Absolutely madly in love with them. And I think the problem is they may not be madly in love with you. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's the absolute truth or not. That's just what I'm kind of getting. That's the feeling I'm getting from things. I didn't get a response about whether you're with someone or not with someone, but no matter what, all in all, I can get rid of all these cards, which I will. The main point of this reading is there is healing, there is hope, there is peace, there is inspiration for you. There is absolutely every reason in the world for you to be here every single day. Things will get better if they're bad. No matter how bad they are, they will get better. I can promise you that, Kim. I can promise you that. All right? That's all I can tell you. That's all I have. I don't know anymore. I hope you're still there. I hope you got this reading. So, that's what I have for you. All right. I will be back here again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock to do readings for everyone. Again, I hope you all had a good night. And yeah, everybody is pulling for you. That's for sure. We're all pulling for you, Kim. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything crazy. Think think about the lives that you would touch. And if it's that bad, get professional help. That's what I'm telling you. Absolutely. All right. So, don't forget my dear friend here, Modern Priscilla Tarot MPT, will be on tonight at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. So about an hour and a half from now. So keep that in mind. Check her out. I'll be there. So I hope to see you guys there. And I hope to see you all tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern here. All right. You all have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye now.